What up, what up, what up? People's Choice Mobile LLC coming back at you today, Saturday, last weekend of the year 2018. I am in South Tampa, knocking down a few customers. This is a new customer. Guy approached me, saw me doing a car, and he approached me, wanted to know how much I charged, just what were my basic prices. So I told him, you know, my basic wash and vacuum. Then I have a wash and vacuum with a hand wax, quick wax. And then I have a mini detail. I call it a presidential. And then I have a full-on detail. I call that the Supreme. He opted to go with the presidential, the mini detail. So we're going to get them done, get them one and done. Just wanted to kind of show you guys some of the things that I'll be paying close attention to. The wheels, I'll be handling the wheels. Of course, he has some hard water right there. Should come off relatively easy, no problem. I really like this interior. You get a lot of car Maserati for the money that you pay. I really like this saddle leather, looks nice. Big old touchscreen, I really like that. You'll see how I work it, work the magic. All right, guys, I'll be back. Give me a few minutes, please. All right, what's up? People's Choice Mobile coming back. All right, so we finished cleaning up the interior, wiping it down, getting it all nice and clean. He didn't want the leathers done, but I did wipe them down. Door panels are clean. Dashboard and steering wheel are clean. Center console is glossed up. The head unit right there, the glass, all the fingerprints and oil and grease smudges are gone. It's clean. Floors are vacuumed. This particular spot right in here, this is paying attention to the details. A lot of people missing that little seal, that door seal right there between this panel right here, the door seal, and the carpet. That's one of the telltale signs, you know, that if people pay attention to. You get inside the car, that's one of the obvious spots that they see. It's not done. Their whole mindset is you didn't vacuum the car. You might have did a good job on the rest of the car. They see this spot right here, it's a wrap. So make sure you pay attention to these little areas right here. In the back, make sure that you you know, also with all of the seats, make sure that you peel the creases back and get in the creases here. Make sure you peel them back. A lot of guys miss that. That's another you know, little thing that we look for when we inspect cars, or when somebody's looking, you know, and you say, I'm gonna detail your car, and they look at the car, and then, you know, you peel back the little creases right here, because crumbs do fall in these little creases. So you guys make sure you pull back these creases here and vacuum it out, or blow it out if you have a blower. A lot of times I just blow it out with the air gun, and then I'll still, because, you know, just force a habit, or that's how I trained or was trained, I still come back in and get some of the debris that's still in there. So yeah, guys, make sure that you do that. Look for these little things. So door jambs are clean. The vents are wiped inside and clean. So we're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start washing it. I'm gonna do a quick clay, then I'm gonna put a little spray sealant on, and then a wax, and he's gonna be good to go. Pay attention to these rims. Make sure that these rims, that's why I have my little rat tail brush, because I'm going to get all the way inside the rim, the whole rim. So I'll let you guys see the results when I come back. What up, People's Choice Mobile getting back at you. All right, this is the finished product. We are done, one and done. All right, so this car was a mini detail, what I call a presidential again. We did the center console, did the dash, cleaned it, wiped it down, made it glossy where it should be, and we made it look brand new where the leather and the stitching is. Nothing fancy about that. Told you guys about the stitching, pull the stitching back, between the door seal, the carpet between the door seal, we went over that. We got these rims clean. The brake calipers are clean. Inside the wheel is clean. I used that rat tail brush. The car has been clayed. The car has been waxed. So she looking real nice, real clean. Yeah, a little water. Get that. Customer's on his way to pick up the vehicle. He's on his way back. So been out here since 7 o'clock this morning, getting it done. Started with the Nissan over there. The Nissan, got her done this morning. Then this customer came up to me, wanted to get a wash and wax, a little mini detail, so I got him done. Then my next client is this one right here, the little Buick, the Buick Enclave. So we're gonna get that done, and then we're gonna move on to our next location. So I got to hustle today. I just kind of wanted to show you guys the finished product. Here it is. You guys have a happy new year. Be safe out there. Don't do nothing stupid. And we'll pick it back up next year. Peace. What up, People's Choice Mobile coming back at you. All right, second stop today. Restoring headlights. Client called, wanted to get their headlights restored, so that's the after. I forgot to get a before shot of how the headlights look before, but before I start on the other one, this one, I wanted to show you guys out there a little bit of the technique as far as how I do it. When somebody comes and asks you for headlight restoration, there's a lot of ways of doing it. I heard some ridiculous ways of people using off bug spray, WD-40, whatever, but there's only one way to really do it, and that's, well, two ways really, and that's to either A, buy new headlights, or either B, have them properly restored. So on this particular headlight, what I have done already is I have wet sanded, and I've used 800 grit sandpaper. Now, if you can notice, when I wet sanded the headlights, I stayed in one general direction, left to right or horizontal. I did not go up and down, left and right, circular patterns. I didn't do that. What I did was I stayed left to right. The reason I did that is so that way when I come back across it with the buffer, it leaves less scratches and it makes my work a lot easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and that was step number one, to wet sand. Step number two is to take a compound and compound them out, and then step three would be to polish, and then step four would be to put some type of protective coating on them. So and then after you finish, this is the result. So we'll come back at you and let you see how it works out. All right, so check it out, People's Choice Mobile, right back at you. All right, so this is the finished product of the headlights. So there you have it. It's a process to do it, but it's good money on the side. You know, the more you do it, the more you become familiar with it. You know, the better you become, and the more quicker you get with it, and you can do it in a matter of under a half hour. Sometimes, you know, maybe 45 minutes. You can protect it with a sealant. I know sometimes when people, after they finish polishing it out, they may put some wax on it. Wax will only last maybe about a good 3 weeks, a month. You'd be better off putting a sealant on it, you know. And then if you want to do better than a sealant, you can put something like a clear coat, but then that takes a little bit more time. Or you can put like a little ceramic coating on there. You know, a ceramic coating will probably stand up a lot better than a sealant would. Not probably, but would. It would stand up a lot better than a sealant and wax. If you don't want to you know, go the route of putting like a spray paint, like a clear coat or something like that on it. So with that being said, you know, this is just one of the little tricks to the trade. Remember, when you do sand the headlights, make sure on your final sand, you go in one general direction on your final sand. You don't never want to go up and down, back and forth, because then it's going to be harder for you to get the scratch marks out from the sandpaper that you just put in there. So if you go in one general direction, you be better off, you know, when it comes to compounding and then polishing. So remember, wet sand, step number 1, compounding, step number 2, polish. You may want to take a 2-step polish, you know, polish it out with one pad and then take a finer pad or more softer pad and polish it again. And then after that, you know, to kind of bring out the shine a little bit better. And then from there, you seal it up with a wax or a sealant or maybe a ceramic coating. All right, People's Choice Mobile. Peace. What up, what up, what up, People's Choice Mobile. Last day of the year. Last car of the year. One of my clients reached out to me yesterday. Wanted to know if I can do a detail on the car. Not the top detail, but I think what she opted for was the Presidential. The Presidential is like a mini wax, thorough wash and vacuum. Well, thorough vacuum of the inside of the interior. This area in between the door seal and under the seat. The door panels are clean. The dashboard is clean. The cup holder, all the crumbs and syrupy stuff is clean. The carpets are not shampooed, but because she is a long-time customer, I am going to tighten up this area right here because she's usually the only one sitting in the car. So I'm going to tighten up the area where she sits at. This floor mat right here, I've already kind of pre-treated it a little bit with my carpet cleaner. It's some good stuff. I told you guys about it in previous videos. Carpet cleaner that I use is more neutral, so that way it's not so alkaline. And the reason why I don't want it to be so alkaline is because very alkaline cleaners react. Whenever you put a all-purpose, a lot of you guys might not know, but whenever you put an all-purpose APC on rims, on tires, you know what I'm saying, on a lot of the stuff, what's the reaction that you see? You see the thing turn brown. You see the tires turn brown. You see the rims turn brown. You put it on your car, dirty car, you see the dirt when it starts to run off, you see it turns brown. Well, what do you think is going to happen when you put it on carpet? It's going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up these 2 carpets up front. I'm going to do this floor mat because she's, like I said, a long-time client. I've been doing this client's car for about 5 years now. This will be going on the 5th year that she's had this vehicle. Then we're going to wash it, clay it, quick clay it, and we're going to wax it. And I think she'll be one happy camper. And this is, like I said, going to be the last vehicle of the year for me. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys an overall preview of what it is that I am dealing with here today. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Just has a few areas of concern, like mostly the carpet and in the wheels. If you watched the other video, or earlier on in this video, I showed you a Maserati, and that Maserati had, you know, a lot of spacing in the wheels. So that's an area of concern. We're going to get that done, and we're going to get these carpets squared away for. All right, so I get back with you guys here shortly. I'm gonna go ahead and start, but I wanted to kind of give you a preview of what this car is looking like before I actually start. And I'll be back with you guys here shortly. All right, peace. See, as I'm doing it like this, I put my carpet cleaner down here, and then the drill brush actually helps to lift and loosen up the dirt, and now it's clean. Then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to just vacuum everything. That carpet looks as good as new. It's refreshed. That drill brush actually refreshed the fibers. You know. The carpet looks good again. Be back. All right, I'm back at you, People's Choice Mobile. So this is the finished result of the inside of the vehicle. For the carpets, like I said, the only thing that I used for the carpets for this particular vehicle was the neutral carpet cleaner. It wasn't too alkaline and it's not too acidic. It's neutral. You guys will find that you'll get a lot better results when you use a neutral type of carpet cleaner. It's the guys, it's what they use, the guys, Stanley carpet cleaner, Stanley steamer. When these guys come out to your house and they clean your carpets, it's that same kind of chemical that you use, that they use for high traffic areas and stuff like that. It's not too alkaline, and this is exactly what they're using. And I use that. I use the drill brush. I use the vacuum. That's what I was able to accomplish with just those couple of things. You saw the results earlier. You saw the pictures earlier from what I was dealing with, and then that's the result. And then just basically wipe down everything, clean that center console, make sure everything was good in there. Wipe down and clean down this dashboard. The panels here. The rear area, vacuumed it out. I didn't shampoo it or anything like that. I just vacuumed it real good and vacuumed in between the seats, blew the seats out, etc. So next we'll go ahead and put the floor mat down here, and then we'll start on the outside of the vehicle, and then she'll be one and done, and then I'm gonna go home and chill out for the rest of the day and bring in the new year. All right, guys, get back at you in a few minutes. All right, what up, People's Choice? Coming back. This is the finished product for today, and the last product of the year. So I kind of wanted to let you guys see it, let you see what's happening, how PCMD do it, People's Choice Mobile, People's Choice Mobile Detail. This is how we do it. This is how we get down. Just kind of wanted to show you an outside shot. The rim game is on point. Fellas, pay attention. Guys and ladies, pay attention to your rim game. You know, I went over how I did it in previous videos. I know other people have other ways of doing it, but this is how I do it. I'm always talking about fingering the rims, you know, but when it comes to rims like this, I'm also going to use a long brush, a long rat tail brush to get inside and get the rims right. So the rim game is on point, because the worst thing you can do is you can clean the rims and then you do a half-assed job, and then when you roll the vehicle away, you got a flat 5 o'clock shadow on another part of the rim. You don't want to do that. It looks bad, and it speaks volumes about how you, as a detailer, if that's what you call yourself as such, how you are as a detailer. It speaks volumes about the kind of work, the quality of work that you do. So make sure you pay attention to those little details. All right, inside we got the tiger stripes going on the inside. So we got that done. We got the center console done. I went over this earlier with you guys. We got the center console done. Door panels are clean. That little area in between the door seal and the seat, that's clean. All right. Back seat area, tiger stripes again. Make sure you get between. Make sure that you get in between these creases here. Make sure you pull them back. Same thing on this side. Tiger stripes. Carpet's clean. I didn't shampoo anything back here. Just vacuumed it real good. Then of course, this is the finished product of the floor mat, and then up under there cleaned as well. Door panels is clean. The area in between the door seal and the seat is clean. Just back in here, door panels clean. Windows are clean. That interior is wiped down and clean. UV protect. All right, fellas, so make sure you guys bring in the new year correctly. This is the last video of the year, last car of the year, last detail of the year. So with that, PCMD, People's Choice Mobile, wishing all my fellow mobile detailers out there, and if you're not mobile, even if you just got a shop, that's cool. Wishing you guys a happy new year. Make sure you don't go out there and do nothing stupid. Bring the new year in correctly. And then I'll check you out next year. Peace.